My guest is definitely one of a kind. He has written, directed, produced, and starred in one of the most unique films you will ever see in your life, The Room. On May 6th and 12th, it will be showing in 700 theaters in America and Canada, thanks to RiffTrax.com, who will be offering their commentary. He has inspired the hit book The Disaster Artist, which is now being turned into a motion picture directed by James Franco. His new sitcom, The Neighbors, offers nothing less than the typical Wiseau magic. He is shadowed in mystery, bathed in bizarreness, and I can guarantee you there is nobody else in the world like him, and there probably will not be for a very, very long time. Please welcome Tommy Wiseau. Oh, hi, Tommy.
Hi, Doug. How are you?
I'm wonderful, wonderful. Let me just start off by saying thank you so much for doing this. All seriousness, I think this is very, very awesome of you to come on here and do this interview, so I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, thank you, too. I mean, the reason I'm doing it because, I think people should understand that I'm pro-freedom, and that's why, as you know, we approved the RiffTrax idea about screening and talking about the room. I always say you can laugh, you can cry, you can express yourself, but please don't hurt each other. There's nothing wrong with it. If somebody uses somebody's material, make fun of it, as long as they pay for license. Questionable, right? Move on. Next question.
Next question. First question. Here we go. I was gonna say, before their riffing of The Room, were you a fan of RiffTrax, and what did you think of their commentary of your film?
Well, let me say this is I'm not a fan of the RiffTrax. However, let's just straight out the records here. I support them. The reason for it, because some people, including myself, we are pioneer of a new entertainment in Hollywood. And I think people don't grasp this, you see. And America is about to express themselves. So I think you as well, RiffTrax people, you are pioneer on a certain entertainment when people will say, hey, this is funny, or let's just do this. Big studio system right now, they say, wait a minute, actually, maybe it is entertainment, you know what I'm saying?
I totally know what you're saying.
My movie never will be produced by the studio system. Let's face it. Let's be realistic here. That's a fact.
It's a good guess on your part. I agree.
Okay, good. Here you go. People don't realize the concept of that room, what was behind it. But anyway, it's your floor, so ask questions, whatever.
You know, that is actually exactly what I want to talk about. I want to ask you about The Room. You know, your movie has inspired so many, namely yourself, and I know a ton of people who go into that movie and they, honest to God, say to themselves, by God, I can be a better filmmaker. And I'm wondering, what is it like to inspire so many people on such a grand scale?
I think it's flattering, and then the way you describe right now, yeah, of course, we have many talented filmmakers across the world, especially in America. But the fact also is that I believe original material. You know, I always say to any person who tries to be a filmmaker, I say, well, you may make fun of my movie, fine, but guess what? On the end of the day, as you said, is it original material? The answer is yes. You know, sometimes could be also not flattering, as you know, but you have to accept it, you know, you have to be optimistic. And that's what I come from, and that's why we have this interview, because I think we live in America. I think we like to put what we want to say about, you know, our lives sometimes, and sometimes it's just too much when people are misleading, as you probably know about it, about my life, and I'm American. Yes, I do have accent, so what? So be it, you know? Move on, next question.
Next question. When this film came out, a lot of people realized that it dared to ask the question, why would grown men dress in tuxes and play football? And I was wondering if there was any part of you that felt maybe people didn't understand the film. Do you think the majority understand it and they get it, or they're missing something?
Well, they're missing something, because again, this is the thing where the parody comes, that sometimes I say it's okay when people use it, let's say 3-minute parody or whatever. I'll be honest with you, Doug, I'm straightforward against when people use the original material, they don't pay for license. That's my straightforward, you know?
Well aware, yeah.
However, it's a gray area where people don't understand that it's nothing wrong when people say, hey, I don't understand what is this, the room is about, you know? So I see some of the audience actually have on the tapes that they say, what did I watch right now, you know? So Hollywood was not ready for something different. We changed the crew 4 times, not 3 times, not 2 times, 4 times. We changed the actors. We can talk about probably for 2 hours, but I don't want to just talk about myself. It's your floor, so you're the reporter.
The subplot, one of the big subplots in the film, is with the child character Denny and the powerful anti-drug message that clearly you practice in real life. And coincidentally, at the exact same time, there was a sharp drop in LSD and ecstasy sales the exact same year this movie came out. Tommy, do you think this film was powerful enough to influence people to get off drugs?
You are pulling my legs, Doug. But
you never know, man. You never know.
But let me tell you this way. This is a good question about drugs. Why I put the drugs? Why I put it is that it's supposed to be a play. Okay, and I condense everything to 90 minutes, and I will have everything there. So you have a little Caesar salad, but there's nothing wrong with that. So to respond to your question, I do not know. I know one thing, that 2 is better than 3, 3 is crowd. That's what I know.
So you yourself can't remember why you put in the Denny drug subplot?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Absolutely, but I'm just saying I do not know if my movie influenced that people are much more aware about drugs issue. I know one thing, that when people watching, they think twice. It is wrong when people started hating, which we have a couple of bad apples, as you know. But again, this is the thing, but you have to accept it. You know, it's different cookie cutter from Hollywood. That's the room.
Okay, I think I followed that. There have been many different interpretations of this film from many different people. Some see it as a dark comedy, some see it as a drama, others as an alibi. But in this case, I think with The Neighbors, the new show that you're doing, it is intentionally a comedy, and you've shot all these episodes. What can you tell us about the making of this new show? Because you're totally in control of this, correct?
Right. Well, The Neighbors is slightly different with the role, but you see, I learned from my teacher. She's now probably 80 or 90 years old, something like that. She's still alive. Very simple thing. The more colors you have. But the question is how you put the colors. Colors, when I mean reaction between people, you know. In the room case, for example, situation. I go by emotion. I'm an actor professional. I always say the stage is my house, you know. I love stage. I really do. And, you know, it's too bad sometimes, you know, I don't get enough job, but I'm not here to complain. You as a filmmaker, you need a vision. If you don't have vision, forget the whole thing, you know. You may copy somebody, but it's not the same. I have a vision 7 years ago. You can see some of the stuff on YouTube. But I changed because I changed because I want to have a, you know, some kind of culture. In America, we have a great culture, you know.
You were talking about originally the Room was a play. One of the biggest questions that comes up is why the film is called The Room. Am I right? I heard a rumor that because it was a play, most of it took place in one room, and that's the reason it was called that. Is there any truth to that?
Actually not. I said many times, but I would tell you, The Room is a special place. That's why we say the room. It's not our room, English 101. It's a special place, you who in charge, who decided what to do. You don't get a, you know, traffic ticket, whatever. That's why it's called The Room, you know. It's just too bad, again, you know, like some people, like you go to the sites, like IMDb, whatever, because it's just, you know, when I started doing The Room, was only one title, The Room. And now you have like 20, 30 titles. So some of the douchebag, what I would say to you guys is shame on you, you know. Shame on you that you do not have a respect for Tommy Wiseau. I encourage you to look at behind the scene on DVD as well as the Blu-ray, so you can learn something. You educate yourself. You know, I did a lot of research. You know, I'm a very detail-oriented person. I like it when people ask, challenge me, you know. Life is full of challenging, you know, every single day. Anyway, move on to the next question.
You often answer any questions about where you're from with simply, I'm an American. So I'm not going to ask that question. I'm not going to bring that up.
Whatever you want, Doug.
I will ask this, though. What part of America are you from? Poland, Czechoslovakia, or France?
Say it again?
What part, I'm sorry, my accent's very thick. What part of America are you from? Poland, Czechoslovakia, or France?
America, you say?
Part of America, yeah.
Well, I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. You pulled my legs again, but that's okay. Move on. Next question.
One of the other things people ask about, I'm sure you've heard this question a million times, but I feel foolish not to ask it. The spoon in the frame. I just gotta ask, just a love for spoons, or you just forget to take a picture out?
Well, no, the spoon, it's again, do you know the expression, plastic is cheaper than wood?
I do now.
A long time ago, actually, you have a spoon, wood spoon. Now you have a plastic. The reason we put it is because it's just symbolized somewhat, but how the spoon come out with throwing, etc. You see, it's again, this is the thing what people don't understand, that I submitted the room to Academy Award, and I was forced actually after 2 weeks to take the movie out. I don't know if you know the story.
No, I don't.
We got trouble with fire marshal because I got a lot of emails that people want to see my movie. I said, okay, let's just screen the Wuxia. So we screened the room there, and we got into trouble. So long story short, I called theater and said, hey, can we work with you guys? And I received great support from them, and we screened the room back to the theater, and that's what everything started. So it's not a coincidentally that what happened. Yeah, certain situations happen, but a lot of people want to have a credit for something that don't even deserve it, So move on, next question.
Wow, no, it's pretty impressive from Why Is There a Spoon in a Frame? I have two final questions. I like to end every interview with it, in all sincerity, all honesty. The first question I have is, whether it be professional or personally, what is the hardest thing you've ever had to do, and how did you get through it?
That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I graduated from Bay Area. It was pretty hard for me because at the time I was building the building. Long story short, we had a problem with water, and I almost fall down from the roof, and it was disaster. I never forget that. The wind could be so strong we don't even realize, till we actually observe nature. I was very depressed, and I was very, hi, wow, how much energy do I have to do, But another thing is the room, it's affected me somewhat, but I always think positive. So to respond to the second part of the question, when you think positive, you're optimistic about life, that's the direction I think a lot of people should go. That's what I'm going. So whatever people say negative, I always try to turn into positive, That's all what we have. We live in this planet a very short time. I think it's very important if you, for example, your company or Red Truck, my creation, we give some smile to people. I think we did a good job. And I think that's what America is about. Also, I would like to say, I was interviewed. Thank you for supporting the room. Hopefully, I will see you at the room screening. And as you know, we have a Red Truck 700 theater across the country, USA, and also Canada on May 6th.
May 6th and May 12th as well.
Correct.
And I have one last question for you, very similar to the last one. Again, whether professionally or personally, what is the proudest thing that you've ever done in your life?
I am proud to be to create the room, to be honest with you, and now the neighbors. I'm very proud of it, and that'll be the rest of my life. And I'm proud to respect people. That's the reason I'm talking to you and others. And I think that's what America is about.
Tommy, again, in all seriousness, I think it's wonderful that you did come on here and that you did this. And I actually really do look up to your optimism, and I look up to the fact that you did get these done. I've known so many people that try something and fail and don't get through it, and you pulled all the way through it. And I just want to say thank you so much again for being on here.
Same here. Thank you very much, Doug, and I love you all. And go to www.theroommovie.com as well, www.riftrack.com. Thank you very much. I love you all.
Thank you. Take care, sir.